2/3 of the way through this fight. Give us your score.
Larry, I've got it 6 rounds to 2, 78-74, Axel Schultz. Like Gil says, Axel's just out fighting him. I mean, he gets in, he gets off that right hand, and he gets out. And he's just out banging George, landing the cleaner, harder shots, and getting away from George's big shots. I only give George 2 rounds.
Well, I've got 1 round even. I have it 5-2 for Schultz at this point. So George would really have to win the last 4 rounds to eke out a decision.
Larry, you still have Foreman ahead in the fight?
I'm still watching a different fight. I think George dominates most of the rounds, and that Schultz lands a couple of flurries, but I think George wins 2.5 minutes of each round. So I've got him ahead 6 rounds to 2. Probably I should be watching this from Houston, maybe, his hometown.
The requisite HBO difference of opinion as we go into the closing rounds. Foreman stalking a knockout just as he did at this stage of the fight against Moorer. Axel Schultz trying to stay with his game plan and continue to bank on his rising confidence, his tenacity, a little bit of creativity, and a ton of guts. Right hand for Schultz over the top. Foreman came back to the body with his own right. Foreman hooking to the body with that left hand as they stand there at close quarters.
Schultz flurried out with a combination again. They were even up until that combination. Uppercut by George. Maybe a little snap out of George's punch at this stage of the fight. And again, another combination by Schultz.
Step back, step back.
There's that right hand over the top again. And again.
Right on the target, which is Foreman's swelling left eye. And you can see Schultz going for it now.
Schultz now is starting to breathe very, very heavily from his mouth, which is a sign that he's tired.
Gentlemen, I mentioned at the beginning of the evening that there are 4 men in the heavyweight division doing business as champion of the world, and that Foreman's is the linear title. Is it even conceivable that by the end of the evening your 4 heavyweight champions might be a still little-known Oliver McCall, a Bruce Seldon who was knocked out in the first round by Riddick Bowe, an ostracized and seemingly declining Bowe, and a virtually unknown Axel Schultz of Germany?
Big right hand by Schultz. Big right hand. George Foreman walked right into that punch.
Yeah, it is conceivable, Jim.
And George is slowing down as Schultz is picking up steam with 3 rounds yet to go.
Come on, your hands are free. Punch out of there.
There's Schultz again with another combination. And then he knows enough to move away, get himself set again.
Theater of the unexpected in Las Vegas. And in Germany, they're going wild.
Und tief atmen, Junge, sehr gut.
Breathe, breathe.
Axel, du hast alles drin.
Axel, it's okay.
Alle hinter dir hier.
We are all behind you. Yeah, we are all behind you. You see, everybody's behind you.
Ruhig mal rechts rübertreten, kannst du machen.
And move to the right.
Der kriegt wieder Wirt, ja. Rechts rübertreten.
Go to the right.
Und tief atmen.
Watch Schultz in action here at the end of the round where he lands a quick right hand. Not on the chin, but it does score points, and it is discombobulating George, and George knows he's in a fight now.
Give me a clean round.
George has given us a lot of surprises. You have to wonder at this point if this is going to be the ultimate surprise.
And there was that quick right hand lead again. This is going to have to be a bigger miracle right now, I think, than the one against Michael Moorer.
Because he's not getting the same chances against Schultz that he got against Moorer. Now, George was able to start Moorer toward defeat in the 10th with some haymaker left hooks. He has not landed one of those effective left hooks in this entire bout, Gil.
And meanwhile, Schultz is just so quick He's moving away, but when he stops, there he just feinted George. George fell for the feint. Now Foreman feints back, but he keeps that right hand lead going time after time.
In 77 fights, George Foreman has only been passed this 10th round 3 times. Jimmy Young, Evander Holyfield, Tommy Morrison, and you're right, he lost all 3 of those fights.
And George just complained. There's another right hand by Schultz. And George complained to Joe Cortez about something. I don't know what it was.
Well, that left eye is starting to close now, Gil. I'm not sure that his vision isn't slightly impaired at this point.
His vision has to be impaired, and that's very dangerous against a guy with a quick right hand, as Schultz has. And Schultz now is taking chances. He's right there with George, punching with him.
Well, that could be dangerous. Moore has started to take chances, too.
Well, but this guy's a little different guy than Michael Moore. Moore had a history of being on the deck quite a few times in fights, but
this guy's never been down.
Never been down. Look at that right hand to the chin, right hand underneath. Well, again, we mentioned that fighters can go along, and all of a sudden one day they walk up those steps, and they're not the same fighter any longer. And George is showing his age a little bit tonight against a younger, faster guy.
3 judges, 2 from Las Vegas, 1 from Carson City, none from continental Europe, none from Germany.
Well, they have to score the fight the way they're seeing it. Look at Schultz with that right hand, working it overtime.
He's really again holding his own in the exchange, Gil.
Very confident right at the moment.
He believes right now.
And he's a strong guy. George is not able to push him back with all of that weight and strength that he has. You see Schultz right there with him.
I remember in Tokyo when we began to rehearse for the possibility of calling James Buster Douglas the heavyweight champion of the world. Axel Schultz. Here they are in Frankfurt Oder. Physicians from the Nevada State Athletic Commission talking to Angelo Dundee and George Foreman. As you look at these punch stat numbers that show you 2 different fights. Foreman in the first 5 rounds more effective. Schultz dominating the second 5 rounds. Only referee Joe Cortez is empowered to stop this fight. He can confer with Nevada physicians if he chooses to. Foreman into the 11th round for the 4th time in his career. Again, Young, Holyfield, Morrison, the other 3 fights that went this far, he lost them all.
You can see that the strength of Schultz. George is trying to mug him, push him back, and the guy won't let him. George is really clubbing now on the inside, landing some good solid punches.
Between rounds, Manfred Wolke told his fighter Axel Schultz, "You're the boss, you're the boss, this is all yours."
George is loose now, though. He knows what he has to do. There's no question about that, but can he do it?
Whatever Foreman's got, look for him to let it all hang out in these last 2 rounds.
Well, that's what he's doing right now. And Schultz is starting to show little signs of wear and tear. It's got to be a tired man pushing that big guy around.
46 years old. Is he fighting on borrowed time, or is there one more miracle left?
This is George's best round up to this point.
He's taken over.
Come on, get him out of there, come on.
Schultz beginning to grab, brawl, push, anything to get Foreman off of him.
What Schultz should be doing now is moving to his right as his trainer told him to do. But he's standing there punching with George.
And Foreman got in a